Hello and welcome to a first look of Oblivion Remastered on Linux. As you can see here, that's my system information just to prove this is Linux. Now on the right I have just installed Oblivion, not started it, nothing. The only thing I did is add this command line and now we're gonna check. What we'll be doing here is primarily looking at the performance. The general performance and, well, of course, since it's Linux, how it's running here. I will play around with the settings, spend a lot of time tweaking the graphics, trying to adhere to the presets so it's easy to follow, and also show on screen what's currently active like I did in my last videos. And it's not really about the gameplay or the story, although I might comment on that. It's just about how well does it run. That's it. For a little bit of context, I've never played Oblivion. This is the first time of me seeing it. I think it's probably the best time jumping into it. I know Skyrim, I've spent maybe 130 hours in that game and I liked it a lot. I think this is going to be a good ride. Now, right now it's running great. It's over 1000 FPS. Okay, so since this is not a benchmark, I will enable VSync. It doesn't really make sense to go past the 144 Hz of my monitor. And I don't like tearing, so that's why I show FPS. Well, I'm already showing them. VRAM, well that's interesting. FOV, that's nice that there's already a slider. We don't need mods for that. Since there won't be any officially, motion blur is off by default. That is nice. Screen space reflections. Okay, so they use that. I thought this uses all the latest and greatest of Unreal Engine. Lumen and Nanite and all that stuff. Well, we'll have to see. Okay, what do we have? High, medium, low, ultra. Let's see what the game does for me. Ultra. Fair enough. Lumen Hardware RT, we'll check that out, but not right now. I assume this will eat all the performance that we have. FSR off, aliasing. Let's use TSR. That's Unreal Engine 5's upscaler, which is pretty good. But also, like FSR, depends on the game. It's using FSR-3. Just out of curiosity. Native. Okay, we don't have ultra quality. That's bad. I prefer that. Quality is mostly not ideal in 1440p, but ultra quality gives enough of a headroom most of the time. It worked for me in Starfield. Although it wasn't quality, you had a slider, and I usually set it to 85%. And quality is a lot lower. I think it's somewhere in the 60s. A frame, well, I will enable it and see how the input lag is, but usually I don't really like it. Anyway, let's go native first.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the third era and the final hours of my life.
Can he see in the future? This reminds me a little bit of Midgar, just smaller and more colorful. You know, you have the rings and the towers that are the reactors in Midgar. This does not look like a high quality video. Or is it real time? I'm not really sure. It looks blurry. I'm gonna skip this.
Hey there, you, kinsman. I haven't seen another Dunmer in here, and I don't know how long. Where you from, huh? Vardenfell? You got a wife back home? Tell you what, I'm getting out of here in a couple of weeks. When I get back to Morrowind, I'll look her up. She must be so lonely. Don't you worry, eh? I'll take care of her long after you're dead. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here. Hey, you hear
You're a
that?
friendly one.
The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
I'll be back.
My son,
Jerk.
they're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire.
Okay, it's just around 80 to 90 FPS in the dungeon,
Oh, they're dead.
where nothing's really happening. Ooh.
What's this prisoner doing here? This
He's
cell is
locked up.
supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside.
Well,
Over by the
that-
window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
No sign of pursuit, sir.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right.
You have weird
This
dreams.
is the day. Gods give me strength. Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Okay, I can use W and S to move up and down, but I would like to use E to confirm. But I have to click enter.
I am your emperor,
or
Uriel
hit enter.
Septim.
Yeah.
By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way. Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for. So do we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must keep moving. Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
This doesn't concern you,
Looks
prisoner.
like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way. I told you to keep out of our...
Okay, okay. Okay, that was a follow route, or however the option was called. Just goes.
Don't try anything. I'm watching you.
It still looks like you can't walk as
There's
fast as
trouble
the
ahead.
NPCs can.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Yeah, Bam!
The captain's down. Don't push me. You don't want to do that again. What's the
Sorry.
Take that down!
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Renault.
Oh, healing.
Dead.
Oops.
Sorry, sire. Keep quiet and stay out of the way.
Oh, what? I can undress the guys, but not the gal?
Don't.
Aw.
No, but it's too late to go back now.
Well, you do you. Do I have a weapon now? Yes. Was that? Is that the lady that just died?
Don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
Yeah. Your sword is worth nothing. Anyway.
The blades.
Be careful.
I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
There's quite a delay. Click. Move. Okay, that needs some getting used to. Haha. That's funny, got stuck on this route. That's cool. That's a happy face.
Hell, what makes you think they'll get you before the school's back? Here they come again! We need to get the Emperor out of here.
There are the screen space reflections.
Getting tired?
Oh, you again.
My blood for the Empire! Damn it, it's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
Try me.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us. As you wish, sire. They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand. I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth? The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Your stars are not mine. Today the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny. No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
And just in this moment, an assassin comes from behind this pillar and stabs him.
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face, I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied. I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close. My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it. We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
Yeah, it looks like you are failing.
Stick close and let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
As long as I'm fine. So, in this room, performance dropped. It's just around the 60s now. Huh? Well, it's ultra quality and it's Unreal 5, and you know, Unreal 5 is heavy.
Die, you scum! The Emperor's in danger!
You're lucky I
God's blood.
otherwise you'd be dead already.
Okay, there's friendly fire. That sucks. That's a nice effect. Well, hello beautiful world, hello sub 60 FPS. Alright. Okay, obviously ultra quality is not in the cards for me. Look at this artifact in the water. Just those are screen space reflections. So annoying. Well, let's run around a little bit and then I will change the graphical settings, lower it to high. Okay, there's another dungeon. That much I know just from previews. Yeah, look, they need to work on this the screen space quality. That's so annoying. Leave me alone. A spoon? Well, you need a spoon to eat crab meat. Oh, it's not even high quality. Well, that doesn't seem to cost much. Okay. But we still have the weird reflection stuff. Come on, let's kill some hardware. Oh. Oh yeah, this is fine. But there's still this odd behavior with the water reflections. Oh wow. Anyway, that does not work. Oh, it's just lighting. Okay, well, we can't use that anyway, so let's forget about it. Let's switch to high. Just out of curiosity, I'm not checking if the image in the background updates in real time, but it doesn't. So I don't really know what the setting does, the effect of the visual change. So that makes it just a guessing game. But at least it runs now. Okay. That might be the perfect setting for this computer. Yeah, high runs really well. Oh! That's a crap move. Sneaking up from behind. How bad is it when I turn this off? Well, in this area it's good enough, and I don't have the ugly artifacts anymore. I call that a win. What about that tree? Somehow it looks like everything is lacking ambient shadowing. It's just so flat. How is that on Ultra? Let's try. Oh, and the cool thing is it remembers the last settings I used. So the menu. Alright, let's check. Do you want to say yeah? Well, it runs like crap, but it doesn't really look much better. Interesting. Okay, high. Let's see. Well, texture, of course. We'll keep that on high. And foliage on Ultra. I mean Ultra, of course. Let's see. Yeah, so we still have dense grasslands and high quality textures. Because a lot of VRAM. I can do that. It's another crap, isn't it? Yeah, so the reflections may not look as nice anymore, but I don't have those ugly artifacts and I greatly prefer that. So no screen space reflections for me. Alright, okay, so let's just run across the landscape and see if we get any Unreal Engine stutters. So much for running. But let's just move around. Cover some distance. So the frame time graph looks okay. It feels nice. It feels really good. There's no hitching. There's no stuttering. Well, there was a little bit. I hear voices. I need to follow the voices. Yeah, there was another hitch. So it looks like this is typical Unreal Engine stuff. Old wooden door. Let's go inside. Well, that is very grey. What the hell? It's a trap. Okay, let's check. Yeah, let's stay with high, but no, upscaling. Let's see what FSR does. It's obviously more blurry, or blurrier. Oh, you're gonna talk to me, right? Oh, you're a jerk. He just conjured his death. Do you see the pop-in? Let's see if there's a setting for that. View distance, probably you. Otherwise, we have just effects, shadow, global illumination. Yeah, I assume that costs a lot. Post-processing, hair, cloth. No, not helping. All right. But what is it reflecting? There's maybe, well, that's the downside of not using screen space reflections. Let's see, just for science. Oh, it's supposed to be the trees. Okay. Well, but then I get this. So no. All right, let's put quality back to ultra, but with the FSR, and see. Well, performance is fine. Let's see, third person. Yeah, but there you can see the FSR artifacts. The ghosting. Okay, let's go back to high. And no FSR, just to be sure. Yeah, it's still a little bit of artifacting, but not as bad. Yeah, this would be a lot of work, doing the editing and showing in the upper right corner what type of settings I'm using. Let's see what TAA does. Yeah, that's worse. So TSR is actually doing fine. All right. What else do we have? No. All right, so I definitely prefer TSR. Reflection, no, well, global. Oh, let's check that. Okay, still 90 FPS. Okay, I want to find out what eats the performance. What is it? Shadow quality? Yeah, shadow quality. That's a heavy hitter. Okay, yeah, I don't really mind shadow quality. If it's just direct shadows, you know, when the sun hits your character, that I'm not really too interested in. So what about, where is it? Shadow, wasn't there some post-pro? There it is. Okay, that doesn't do much. So let's do the other way around. Let's go Ultra and high shadows. Okay, now we're in the 70s. So post-processing wasn't much. Okay, let's try the effects. Yes, I pressed F. Okay, that ain't it. Well, it's doing the loading immediately when I change the setting, but I don't really see it reflected in the background. And also this blur would obscure anything, everything anyway. So no, it's, well, let's see. Let's go from top to bottom. No, not the view distance. We already know it's not the effects. Not foliage either. Well, we already had that on Ultra before and wasn't... Well, it makes a little bit of an effect. Okay. Texture quality, nope. I'm not changing that. It's not the reflections. Maybe I'm just done. Oh. It's that. Wait. Let me check. So, Ultra. No, I still had that on high. Oh, okay. So right now we have about 55. But there aren't many lights here, so I don't think this will do much. Probably have to go in the city with a lot of candles. Yeah, it's not doing anything here. All right. So let's see. Gonna drop that down to low again. This is probably very boring to watch. But I want to know, yes, where the performance comes from. Other than shadows. Just a little bit. Yeah, shadows are the major boost. Definitely. So we're now on 77 around. Shadows and global illumination quality. Those are the two that are heavy. So yeah, this looks okay. Well, not so much in this direction. Yeah, it looks like this is the best we can do, and I'll probably increase this and this. Yeah, those would be my settings. If I can avoid upscaling, unless it's FSR-4, which my system cannot do, or DLSS 3. I prefer not to use it. This is fine. This is running well. Well enough. 70 FPS, it's okay. And first person should be even a little bit more. Hey, you. Oh, you're dead. That's nice of you. Oh. Yeah, so there are the occasional hitches, and I assume this has nothing to do with the Linux. It's just Unreal Engine loading new sections of the map. That's Fort McGee. Well, there isn't much fort left. Anyway, I haven't seen the Windows numbers yet, but I would consider this a very good experience. This runs very well. And maybe I get around to do a benchmark, and then I can compare Linux and Windows, and then we'll see if there's any benefit of using Windows. I assume there is. I mean, the CPU usage is almost in the 50s. Some threads are above 50, above 60. So in CPU-bound scenarios, Windows, so far in my experience, has always been better in every game. Now other games like South of Midnight, for which I already have numbers, it's not a real big difference. It's just a wash. Sometimes Linux was even better consistently. Sometimes Windows was better depending on the scene. So South of Midnight ran very well, but it had lower CPU usage. It wasn't that heavy, and it probably was just Unreal Engine 4. This is 5. Unreal Engine 5 is heavy. And this is also much larger in scope, so... Asshole! Gonna undress you. Take that. And to be even more ridiculous, I should wear your clothes. But no. Yeah, anyway, I'd say let's conclude this video. It's long enough. I've probably cut a lot. Mostly the intro section and the tunnels. Those were very uninteresting. So, yeah. I hope this helps a little bit. If you're curious how it will run, you know what? There are a few things, so I am curious about. Let's see. Let's try medium. Usually I stop at the settings that I will use, but let's go a step further. Okay. Oh yeah, this is buttery. This is nice. This is very nice. And it still looks okay. Well, of course, you see the foliage, it's missing in the background. Maybe, wait, what are the numbers right now? 125. So I would say view distance and foliage. Let's put that to high. Yeah, it adds a little bit. Performance stuff. Almost is just a little bit. And let's see how ugly it is when we run on low. Oh yeah. Country's naked. Just as naked as her. Huh. Yeah, as you can see the pop in. Oh. The grass is growing in front of us. Yes. And it's not even doing that much for performance, does it? No. No, it doesn't. So there doesn't seem to be a benefit of using low. Oh, and the quality does change in the background. At least there are hints at a change. Interesting. Okay, so texture quality. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, let's compare XeSS in. Wait. Now, ultra performance, performance, balance, quality. And for XeSS, they turned the order around. It's quality on the right and performance on the left. That's a weird choice. Anyway. Yeah, there's some ghosting. But it's not that bad in first person. Yeah, but the foliage doesn't seem that stable. Let's turn it off again. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. Okay, but what I wanted to try, and we'll use FSR and XeSS for that. Sure, let's start with that first. I want to play around with hardware ray tracing and upscaling. Okay, it completely ignores the VSync. But you know what? The input is very direct. Feels very nice. I would actually consider playing like this. Oh, but them artifacts. Look at this. Look at the sword. Can you see the sword? The ghosting? Yeah, I would not play like this. This is probably FSR. Let's see. Let's go with XeSS and quality. Of course, we have no frame gen now. So there's very little ghosting. I think that is okay. The foliage, well, it's actually not that bad. You probably won't see it as well as I do on YouTube because of all the compression, and I perform an upscaling to 4K just to get more bitrate out of YouTube. Well, you know what? When there's a little bit fine detail fizzling, okay, nobody's bothering me. Let's see. I mean, we have some more modes for XeSS. It's still a little bit of an unstable image. Well, no. Let's crap on FSR a little bit more. Well, actually the foliage is a lot better. But you have this ghosting here. So, no. Anyway, what I wanted to try now, let's get to Lumen RT. Ultra, probably need balanced. And it's working fine. Do we still have frame gen on? Yes. Okay, that explains it. I do have VSync, do I? No. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so VSync and frame generation, no. I mean, it's close. There's just a little bit of a delay, but no. And of course, the artifacting, the ghosting. But that's not a frame, well, probably not a frame gen issue. That's just FSR, yeah. Okay, so with hardware lumen and quality upscaling, at least in this area, it's doable. But there's a lot of stuttering. But maybe that was just the typical Unreal Engine traversal stutter. Ooh. But I've also noticed this in other games. Which one was it? Plague Tale Requiem, which also has ray tracing. And enabling ray tracing in that game just is, apart from the frame rate, is a lot of stuttering. Tons of frame time spikes. It's not a good experience. Yeah, it's worse than without. That's for sure. But maybe that's a Linux thing. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, if you get used to, or once you get used to the FSR artifacting, then it could be an option, but really not for an AMD card. Maybe on Windows with an NVIDIA card. Not sure how well that works on Linux. The ray tracing and the NVIDIA stuff. Maybe we can get away with that. I prefer off TSR. High with a few tweaks to ultra. View distance. Well, okay, come on. And yeah. Yeah, this is how I would play. Definitely. It still looks great, and it looks a lot better than the original Oblivion. And it's native resolution, there's no shimmering, it's a stable image. There's no ghosting. Runs well. So on the last thing, frame rate cap. 60, yes. Now it's hitching. This does not feel entirely smooth. Ow! It wasn't you, but you're gonna die. Who's shooting arrows at me? Ah! Yeah, I don't think the in-game FPS cap is very good. I would probably try change the monitor refresh rate in the operating system, limit that to 60 FPS, and then have a nice 60 FPS V-synced. That's probably how I would go about it. But as you can see from the frame time graph, it's really not steady enough. Well, ignore the big spikes, that's just loading. Yeah, no, that doesn't feel great. No. So uncapped, in my case it's monitor refresh rate. Why do I have resolution scale? Please don't tell me that wasn't really native. It wasn't really native. Why? Okay. Oh, is that TSR? That's interesting. Of high load. Oh, that is dynamic resolution scaling. I see. Yeah, but you know what? This is fine. I can work with that. Yeah, so it's not ideal. There will be situations where the frame rate just will drop. More in the 60s, I presume. I'll have to see if I have to adjust the settings even further. But for now, I think that will be. That's so rude. I like dogs. Well, you're a wolf. Anyway. Activate. Well, this is my power now. Anyway, I hope this was somewhat informative and not too boring. Thank you for watching.